Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters. Welcome back to my channel. It is time for another project eyeshadow update thing where I'm testing out like my single eyeshadows and I'm kind of almost done. I'm glad I've got another month left because that's enough time for me to, actually finish it. But I'm gonna, look, I had this palette going, which had a few colourful eyeshadows left in it that I still had to test out. Picture on screen for reference. And I also had this, which was a ColourPop custom palette that I built myself. And they're the last of my single eyeshadows that I need to work on. So, obviously this guy's empty. I managed to get through the shades that were left in there, and I have progress on the ColourPop palette as well. It's currently looking like this. So yeah, this is what I have left to test. Just these guys. So that's fantastic. Let's start with what I'm decluttering. It's not as much as what I'm keeping, which is a bit sad, but it's fine. Let's just get through it. These guys here were all in this palette here. And it's not that they were bad shades, it's just that they're just not, I don't need them, or they're not my faves, or, I mean, okay, one of them I don't need, one was not my fave, and one was simply too dark. So I can't do the swatching and the name shades at the same time because it's too hard to like swatch and pick up shades. So the first one, the beautiful bronze, is Flamethrower from Makeup Geek. It is a stunning shade, but I feel like I can live without it, and I feel like I need to be a little bit fussy about the ones I'm keeping now because I want all of this to fit in no more than 2 palettes, and that may not be achievable if I don't start to pull my head in when it comes to keeping eyeshadows. The second one is Anarchy from Makeup Geek. This is just, it's a satin shade and it's too boring for me. I am not interested. And the last one is Stunt Double. Now this is from Terra Moons, and I am sad to be getting rid of this. It is a duochrome. It's a pink, gold, purple duochrome. It's too dark for me. It is too dark on my eyelids. I have, look, a lot of people do not agree with me when I say this, and I'm not gonna lie, it kind of irks me because I'm like, so you know my face better than me, do you? However, if Madeline was here, she'd be able to vouch for what I'm about to say. I have small eyes. And when I use Madeline, when she first did my makeup for a photo shoot, she was like, you do have small eyes. I didn't realize. They don't look that small on camera. You do your makeup in a way that makes them look not small. But when I'm here working on the canvas, I can see they are indeed small eyes. So when I'm using a shade like this, what happens is the dark shades kind of shrink everything and make it appear smaller. And my eyes are also quite deep set, and darkness obviously recedes as well. So a shade like this makes my eyes look smaller than they are, and then in turn makes them kind of look beady because they're already small. Now, I thought this shade would be okay when I was swatching it, and I'm like, I think that would be fine to use. Because it appears to have quite a bit of light reflect, it looks quite bright and vibrant. But when it's on the eye, and I'll show you by sort of, showing you a different angle, you get those darker shades. And because it's a multi-chrome, obviously you capture the different multi-shades on the eyelid. And the areas where it gets darker are the parts that start to naturally recede in like the shape of my eye. So like going into the socket and, the outer corner and the inner corner. So you only get a tiny bit of light reflection right at the front, and the rest starts to look quite dark. And that doesn't help the eyeshadow's case for me. I am going to get rid of that one because I just can't see myself reaching for it based on the way that I like to do my makeup and how I make my makeup work for me in the best possible way. So unfortunately, those three have got to go. I am sad about the Terra Moons because it's pretty. The other ones, it's fine. Like, I can live without them. Moving on to the two shades down here. These are both mattes, and I opted to get rid of these just because I felt like I was already keeping things that were similar enough. Oh, I don't even want to talk about that. It's so beautiful. This matte brown, I wasn't really all that, I mean, it swatches terribly, and I'm not even gonna fight to get a good swatch out of it. It's Roundhouse from Colourpop, and that beautiful rose shade is Get Out from Colourpop. Now, the rose shade was okay. It's a little bit soft in the pan, which is kind of good because it picks up well, but I didn't feel like it applied super, super well, and I felt like I had similar shades that were better that I'd kept, and this dark brown was kind of patchy, difficult to blend, and I was just like, I don't need it. I'm not going to reach for it that often. It's like a very easy eyeshadow for me to just not keep. Now we're going to move into the eyeshadows that I've opted to keep, and here is how they're looking so far. Here they are. Let's go through these. So on the top we have Blazed from Divina Cosmetics, which is an absolutely stunning red with like yellow and orange undertones. It's gorgeous. Then we have Earth Shine from Colourpop, which is an absolute stunner. Another one from Colourpop, we have Sleeper, which is this purple shade. The orange is also Colourpop. Obviously, a lot of these are going to be Colourpop. We're getting into the Colourpop palette. This one is Bratty, and I really liked that one. This one right here is Hex from Cleona Cosmetics. This dark brown is Cloud 9, also from Colourpop. The two reds down here, which look almost identical, I know, I'm sorry. I probably won't keep both, but for now, I couldn't decide which one to keep. We've got Oh Ship. I'm probably going to keep that, I'm not going to lie. So that's that one there. And the last one is Hop On. They look very, very similar. You do not look very, very similar. They do look very similar. Like I said, I probably don't need to keep both. And when it comes to sort of deciding on what my final palettes will look like, I will probably go in and, you know, like whittle things down a little bit. But for now, they are the ones that I am keeping. So I'm getting rid of 5 and I'm keeping 8. Oh God, all right, well, whatever. But I still have this to work on from Colourpop. I'm going to say this. When I started using these shades and, you know, I'd sort of decided on my first shades to keep and my first ones to get rid of, and I pulled them out of this palette, I felt a, like, twang of sadness. I was like, damn, that was a pretty palette, and I just fucked it up by taking a colour out. But hopefully what we'll end up with is an even more pretty and perfect palette, because I will love all of the formulas and I will love all of the colours. So this is what I'm going to be working with over the next month. And I just hope that when I come back next month that I have enough eyeshadows to just easily fit into 2 palettes without it being too much of a headache. Because if I have to like declutter another 20 eyeshadows, it's not going to be easy. I'm just putting it out there. Also, if you're wondering what I'm wearing on my eyes today, it is none of these eyeshadows. It is the Hindash Color Fluid Ultra Mattes. I'm doing a video on them. Coming very, very soon. Maybe on Sunday? I'm feeling really good about this project. I'm finding it really easy to just, you know, pick my shades to use, test them out, and decide if I like them enough to want to keep them and use them in the future, or if I'm just like, nah, get rid of it. I almost don't want it to end now, which is weird, because I've struggled all year with like eyeshadows. I've just been like, oh my god, and also lip products. But now that I feel like I've found my groove, I'm like, I don't want to leave this safe, comfortable place. But I will be soon because like we're almost done. And then the real hard stuff happens. I have to get into the rest of my palettes. Ugh. I don't want to. Who knows? Maybe when I start using my other eyeshadow palettes, I will get into a groove and it will feel like a comfortable and safe place. That will be something for future Hailey to discover. So I'm going to leave that there, guys. Short and sweet. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to let me know how you guys are going with your eyeshadow projects, or if you're, you know, working on something or decluttering something, or let me know. Let me know what's going on in your eyeshadow world. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.